First of all, Usher dropped an album on Friday. I've only listened to it twice, so
Only that's not enough.
I don't have too much in depth commentary on it quite yet. But yeah, let's talk about the album first.
All right,
What
I'll
did you
start.
think of it?
I thought it was cool, but it was weird.
Okay.
First of all, the songs kind of take you up and down,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like the sequencing of the album was weird. It was
Okay.
like I'm gonna get you hype, and then I'm gonna bring you down, and then I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
get you hype, and then bring you down, and I'm gonna get you hype, and then bring you down. It was a little weird. The sequencing was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird first. Second, I want to say I have not listened to a full Usher album in a while. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the Usher songs have led with like pop hits the last couple years, last couple albums. I know he hasn't dropped the album in a while, which is why I was excited about this one. And
Mm-hmm.
he was speaking about how it was quote unquote independent and he had so much freedom and involvement. I thought this was going to be super hot fire. I thought it was cool. I did not think it was super hot fire. Um, it was all right. It sounded like he tried to give us a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that. I don't know if he delivered on a little bit of everything. Like some of the stuff on the album, I can't quote the songs because I don't know the full titles and stuff like that. I'll be honest, I listened to the Usher album while I was cleaning. I threw it on and went and
Yeah.
did what I had to do. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know each track by title. I don't know each track by name. But
Mm-hmm.
my point is, it just seemed a little weird. It seemed like Usher was trying to appeal to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that is. And maybe that's what he's been doing. I haven't listened to the last couple albums, but it seemed like I'm not going to go truly into my full Usher mode of King of R&B as I've been telling people I am and as people
Mm-hmm.
have been calling me. I'm going to try to do a little bit on a trap beat, a little bit on a pop beat, a little bit on a dance record, a little bit on an Afro beat, and then a little bit of R&B too. Which I
Okay.
guess is fine. I'm not hating on him doing that. I just don't know if the execution was well done.
Okay.
And maybe I need to listen to it a couple more times to be able to do that. I heard it once straight through and then I heard some pieces here and there last night before the Super Bowl. So, I don't know. I don't know if the execution really hit the mark
Mm-hmm.
because it was kind of weird to listen to for me, and also I just don't know if like I like R&B music. I thought we were getting, and then it's 20 songs. I don't know, man. It
But
was a lot of music. I don't know if it was a lot of R&B, and I don't know if I liked it all. That's what I'll say.
you don't think that playing devil's advocate here? You don't think that that's typical of Usher?
I said I don't know. I haven't listened to the last couple albums.
Even before the last couple of albums, I just feel like Usher kind of does exactly what you said, where he'll give
Mhm.
you the dance music and he'll give you the ballads and then he'll give you like you know R&B hip hop collab. He'll. I feel like he usually dabbles in a bit of everything.
Okay.
Um, so I think that's interesting that you say that,
Hmm.
because I kind of feel like that's pretty typical of him. Whether it worked well together or not, different question. But I
Well,
do
that's what I'm
think,
saying. I'm not saying I'm mad he did it. I'm just saying I don't know if the execution was great.
gotcha. Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I
let's
listen.
be clear. When I listen to an Usher album, I don't expect
Mhm.
the full R&B album. I know for a
Okay.
while now that's not been his thing. He's done pop, dance, and R&B. And yeah, he'll have a hip hop feature here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't expect, oh, I'm going to get a 100% R&B album. I don't expect that. I'm just saying that I don't think the execution was well on this 20 songs. Like out of 20 songs,
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't know how many of them I'm going to keep playing over and over again.
Okay.
Um
I
and
can.
and again, maybe I haven't heard the album enough. I heard it, like I said, one time straight through, and then some sprinkles before the Super Bowl started.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I need to listen to it again, but I just, or first listen, it just didn't seem to me like this was the greatest Usher album, and like the execution was amazing.
Okay.
Um, which was kind of weird to me because he said in the Shannon Sharp interview that he's been working on music since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like the album was rushed. It's not like, you know, his label forced him to move stuff off the album. Um, and then like, where was Glue and Bad Habits?
I'm confused about that. I'm confused about why those weren't on the album.
Like, are they coming on the deluxe? Because that's my
Probably.
assumption, but
That's
I
what I
just feel
thought
like,
too. But that's
yeah, but
annoying.
I don't know. I
That
didn't
part.
have too many records when I finished listening to this. I'm gonna shut up after this so you can go. I'm sorry. I didn't have too many records after my first listen that I was like, oh yeah, this shit right here, I'm gonna be playing this. This is gonna be bumped a lot. I didn't get that feeling.
I liked most of it. I don't think that I don't think I walked away from it thinking this is immaculate.
Right.
Nothing could be changed. I didn't walk away from it thinking, um, this is one that I'm just going to keep on repeat for the next couple of weeks. I didn't walk away from it thinking that, but I did think it was a decent Usher album. I felt like, yes, he gave a little bit of, more new age stuff, but he also gave a little bit of himself that, I think we all know and love. Um, I don't know the name of the I don't know the name of every song. Um, but I know one song that I did not like, and I remember the name probably just because I don't like it, and that's Big. I think that's a pretty terrible song. Anytime you have
Yeah.
to reference McDonald's in your hook, probably not gonna be good. Not a singer like Usher. Like maybe he has a McDonald's collab coming out or something.
Maybe,
Maybe he's gonna do like maybe he's gonna be a part of the next release of the McRib or something like that. I don't know,
maybe.
but it was weird. That song in particular, like every time I think about the album, I think about that song and how much I don't want to listen to it because I was like, what is this? I was really annoyed by it. I said, "Oh, okay. This better. There better not be more of this here, because this is not what I came here for." It's probably not the
Right.
worst song I've ever heard, but it's just not good. Um, so there was that.
You didn't go to McDonald's and get the super
No,
size? No.
no. But listen, if he's going to parlay a deal with McDonald's out of this, why
Mm,
not? Let's learn what Usher's favorite McDonald's hack is. Maybe he puts gross, but maybe he puts sweet and sour sauce on his Big Mac. I don't know. Like, I've never had a Big Mac, so I don't even know. That was a reach for me. but, but,
but
but
you never
yeah,
know.
yeah. You never know what could happen. Maybe he puts fries on his burger or something. I don't know. Like, so I think that would be a good look for him. But I also just think that the song is not great.
Right.
Not good, I should say. Not great means then it might be something else. And it's not that either. So I'm not gonna say that. But I think as a body of work, I think I was pleased with it. I was glad to get new music from Usher. I like the song he did with Lotto.
A-Town Girl.
Yeah, I thought that was
It was a cool
cute.
flip.
Yeah.
It's a cool flip.
I like that. I thought that was cool. Lotto is okay. I never had a problem with Lotto, but I feel like Lotto is growing on me. I feel like I'm thinking about her more as like a artist to contend with, and I like that. I like her flow. I like her energy. I know this is not about Lotto, but I just kind of wanted to shout her out because I'm like, oh,
No,
okay,
she's on the
Lotto.
album, so nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I really enjoy that song. I like that. I think it's cute. Um, I'm trying to think of what else.
Whoops.
Obviously,
I banged the tape. Sorry.
oh, obviously, I love Good Good. That's already been out.
Yeah.
Coming Home with Burna Boy. Um, I know some people had an issue with the fact that that started the album. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind
Okay.
it. I thought it was. I thought he came with a certain energy with that first song, and I was into that. I was. He was telling us, "Hey, I'm grown and I'm coming home," and I said, "All
Sure.
right. Well, then you know what, Usher, come on home then.
Do
Come
you think this
on."
was a great album?
No, and I said that. I don't think this
I
is a
know.
great
I'm
album.
just trying to,
I don't think it's a great album, but I do think it's a solid album. I
like it
don't.
was cool, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
don't.
was cool.
Like I said, I don't know. I'm gonna listen to it again because it's Usher, and I did like some of it, so I think it's worth another listen. But yeah,
Yeah, I
I
feel. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think that we also, when you don't get new music from someone for a long time and you've sat with their old music for a long time, sometimes it's hard to get into their new music. So I don't want to say I don't like the album. I feel like there are a lot of mixed reviews about whether people like it or not. And that's, excuse me, that's why I keep saying I think it's a solid album. I don't think there's anything hugely wrong with it, but I think it's also disorienting when you haven't gotten new music from an artist in a long time and you're kind of looking for an old feeling and you're looking for an old sound. So I feel like this is something that can grow on me. I just would want more time with it before I say, oh, it's trash or whatever, because I don't think it's that.
Me either.
Yeah.
I don't think it's trash. I just don't think it's great. I don't
Yeah.
think we want the same sounds. Personally, I don't have a problem with Usher using the new sounds or Usher changing his sound, but I do have an
Hmm.
expectation of Usher when it comes to execution. We have been
Hmm.
walking around calling Usher the king of R&B. Usher has seemed to accepted the throne, and so then we have an expectation of his
Right.
execution. So no, I don't think the album is trash. No, I don't think the album sucks. But I also don't think the album is great, spectacular, or excellent. And I did expect great, spectacular, and excellent.
That's
Spectacular?
fair.
Spectacular. I expected great, spectacular, and excellent. And I
Hmm.
didn't get that. Do I think
Right.
the album sucks? No, I think the album is cool. But I didn't expect cool. I expected super hot fire. And again, maybe I need to listen more, but off one listen and change, I don't know what songs are super hot fire. I think everything was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Somewhere I liked better than others. But I don't think anything was like, ooh, this the shit right here, nigga. I
There's
didn't feel
one.
like that about too many. And when there's
I
20
I get that.
songs, when there's 20
You should
songs, I
feel
should
that way
probably
about
feel
some
like
of
that
it.
about a couple of them.
There was one song in particular that I can't remember right now, but there was one song that I heard and I was like, "Oh, this sounds like old Usher. This sounds
Probably
like
that last out. Probably the last song on the album.
I don't think it's the last song. I have to go back and check, but it made me feel like, oh, this is like You Got It Bad Usher and like
Hmm.
I don't know, Burn Usher. But
Yeah, I'm less concerned with the sound, whether it's the old Usher sound or the new Usher
mhm,
sound. I don't care about that, but I do expect a high performance level from Usher. I don't think this was a high performance, which is not a bad thing. I'm glad the album doesn't suck. It would be really hard to come up here and talk about this album if this album was down here somewhere. But I
right,
also don't think the album was up here.
right.
And that's all I'm saying. I don't want to be misconstrued. I don't think the album sucks. I don't
Hmm.
think the album is trash. I think it's a lot of music, 20 songs, and maybe that's a problem. I don't know. Again, I just don't think the album was great. I think it was cool. You know what I mean? It was I, but I don't expect I from Usher. So
I hear you.
I'm disappointed there.
I hear you. I get
Back that
that.
ass up like Juvenile.
I mean, it happens. Is I think the reason why I keep talking about a sound that he once had is because I think if he would have put out a full album that sounded like that, people would have been pleased. So that's the only reason
Okay.
I bring that up,
Mhm.
because if you if something is more familiar to you or more recognizable to you, you're probably going to gravitate towards it more.
Mhm.
So that's why that's something I've been thinking about, because even in having conversations with people about this album, who people I know that don't even really like run to listen to a new album have made sure they listen to this Usher album in the last few days. And I feel like that's some of the criticism that I've been hearing. Like, oh, I prefer his old stuff, or oh, well, sometimes you're looking for something familiar and you don't
Right.
get it. And I agree with you. I think that it doesn't need to be familiar for it to be great,
Right.
but I think sometimes it helps. Um, because you take a gamble, and they know, and y'all know this as artists, you take a gamble when you try something new, or you try something that the fans are unfamiliar with. And if you already
Absolutely.
have established a sound and established a cadence, people will look for that.
Right.
That's why I'm always confused when people say things about other artists. I won't name names, but when people say things about other artists and they're like, "Oh, they always sound the same." Because they realized that there was a formula that worked, and there was a formula that y'all liked. And while I don't believe that you should never evolve your sound, sometimes that happens where y'all gonna be more excited about that than new. So
Right.
that's the only reason I pointed out, because I think that that's worth considering. Um, in this instance, we're all very familiar with Usher and what he can do, and so our expectations are automatically higher than they might be for someone else.
Of course.
Um, and that's not a bad thing. We hold him to a very high standard. I feel like he holds himself to a very high standard. So
Right.
um, I will continue to listen to it, and by continue to listen to it, I mean I'll listen to it through again. Um, at some point I'll probably just start listening to the songs that I like
Right.
rather than the whole
That's
album,
natural.
which is everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy he gave us some new music. I'm happy he's going on tour. He hasn't toured in 10 years, so that's
Right.
great. Um, looks like he had to add some new tour dates because
Oh
so
yeah, that's interesting.
yeah, I heard now there's 4 shows at Barclays because the 2 shows sold out so quickly.
Wow.
So, I mean,
I
I
hope you
like the
got your
fact that this
tickets.
past. What did you say?
I said I hope you got your tickets.
I don't have tickets. I don't have
Better get
tickets. If
on it.
anyone would like to gift me tickets, I'm here. If anybody wants to take me out that night, let me know. I have not bought tickets. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I forget what I was gonna say.
You're happy he added new dates?
No, I was gonna say something after that, and I can't remember. It probably wasn't important. But go Usher. Oh, I was gonna say I like the fact that the tour is past, present, and future
Oh, I didn't
because
even peep that. But that's
yeah,
smart.
very smart. Because again, we want to hear the old stuff, but
Sure.
get your shit off with the new stuff. Because I do like Glue, and I mean, I would hope he does Glue even though it's not on the album. And I
Blue
do
was
like
great.
Good Good. You know what song he's gonna do? I know I say it all the time, but you know what song he's gonna do? Daddy's Home.
Oh yeah, that's his shit.
He loves him some Daddy's Home.
Yeah.
So yeah.